Today we're going to go over how to do a full RFP response and proposal package in Rogue. So let's start off by going to the dashboard. And we're going to start a new proposal. Let's go ahead and name our war room. Okay. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and generate a compliance matrix. It takes a few minutes for the compliance matrix to fully generate using the artificial intelligence, so we want to start there first. So I'll select upload a document, select a document that I'm going to use for my proposal. This should be the RFP for your proposal effort. And you'll see once the file is uploaded, we can select generate a compliance matrix. Now you'll see that the screen will go to loading the compliance matrix. This takes a little bit of time for the AI to fully hash through the document and identify all of the requirements stipulated by the government. So while that's going, let's go ahead and make our outlines. So we'll go over to Outline Generator, and we'll largely repeat the process. We'll select a document to upload. We'll upload likely the same RFP document. This is the document in the solicitation package that includes important things like sections L, M, and ideally section C. And now you can see once we've uploaded it, Rogue is now hashing through that document to create our outline. Now we have the outlines. We're going to go ahead and select which ones we actually want to write to. The solicitation may stipulate multiple volumes, such as a cost volume that may or may not be appropriate to write with Rogue. But a management volume and a technical volume are certainly within the realm of the things that we want to do with Use Rogue. The next thing we want to do before we go to generating our documents is we'll head over to the Data Shelf tab. Now it's important to note that this data shelf is specific to this individual war room. And what you can do in this data shelf is you can both select from documents on your organization level data shelf that you want the AI to index when you go to generate content. You're essentially curating your organization level data shelf assets for the purpose of this individual proposal effort. You can also upload documents that are specific to this proposal effort. So perhaps I have an old proposal that I know has relevant content. Perhaps it's the proposal that won us this contract the last time it was solicited. I can go ahead and upload that. And when I do, that document will automatically be referenced, indexed, and made available to the AI for my generation tasks. We can then go over to the Documents tab and start our generation tasks. So now we're going to go to Documents, and you see the two drafts that are available for us there. Now we can start directly from those draft documents and go directly into generating our proposal response. So I'm going to start with the technical proposal. And now you see we have this linear workflow of steps we need to complete to begin the generation process. We have already loaded the title of our document. We can adjust that if we want, or we can just move to the next step. You'll see that we included the outline that the AI shredded for us. So that includes the headers for the sections that the government stipulated as required in their solicitation. So we can either embellish this, so we can say something like project management. Perhaps we want to include that we want to use the PMP, PMBOK guidelines. So we can embellish this and enhance this outline as much as we want prior to beginning the generation. Now here in the description, this is a very important stage. We want to provide to the AI the most clear and concise articulation of what the government is seeking to buy. This could be any number of things, supplies, services, etc. For this particular solicitation, we have a performance work statement that we'll use that the government has provided to us. Now we have, you'll notice, this chat interface. And why we put this in is so that if you have a dense or maybe a complex requirement from the government, you can actually copy and paste that directly into that chat interface. And that chat is precision tuned to create a description statement based off of government solicitation language. So I can go ahead and put content from this solicitation directly into that block, and the AI will automatically convert that into a usable description statement for me. You'll also notice that it will start generating win themes, proposed win themes that we can use in our proposal effort. Now, you don't have to use the chat if the government gave you a high-quality performance work statement, statement of work, statement of objectives that you can put directly into the document description, and you can skip directly to that stage. But if you use the chat, you can copy it, paste it in. You can, again, adjust these win themes. If you want to craft your win themes prior to generation, we can go ahead and do that right now. But if we're good with it, we'll hit next. In this final stage, we can confirm that all the information is correct, that we're happy with what we have. If not, we can go back to any of the previous steps and change it. And then the most important final part is toggling deep dive. So if we toggle the deep dive on, we will index the data shelf for this solicitation. If we turn deep dive off, it will generate organically directly from the tuned generative model that we have built into the system. So I'm going to leave deep dive on, and we'll go ahead and hit create. Now that the generation is complete, we can see our initial draft here. Fairly comprehensive. It hit each and every one of the outline topics that we provided to it, including implementing the PMBOK guides for program management, which is pretty impressive. Now, if we want to, we can very quickly export that document to Word, and it looks like it generated about 13 pages of content straight off that initial generation.